What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I got some bad news. So today I was going to make a video on how to detail the truck and how to detail a car in general. I want to show you guys how to wash the engine bay, power wash it properly, how to do pretty much everything you need to do to clean up a car. And I was going to, do it right here outside of my shop because, we could just wash it here. And I parked it, and of course, somebody came and slammed right into it. So somebody was parked there. We're supposed to be parked in my parking spots, obviously, but then they backed up. They didn't see a freaking 2500 HZ Chevy, and then they just rammed right into it. So I'm gonna show you guys the damage, and then, give you guys my take on this. But pretty good damage there on the door, and it looks pretty bad actually. Like on the camera, it doesn't look too bad because the glare, but it's pretty bad. Definitely noticeable. I wish it wasn't that big of a hit, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to take care of it, and this is what I meant from the other day. I was telling you guys, always keep a budget and then buffer it with like $500 or so, because stuff like this happens all the time. You're always gonna have issues of something like this happening. Luckily for me, the person that rammed into it, they're gonna take care of it. I hope they do, and they come through with an actual decent job. It was one of my neighbor's customers, so hopefully they take care of it and it looks decent, but we'll see. If they don't take care of it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna have to fix it because the car is worth it. There is no other body damage besides the back tailgate that needs to be painted, but it sucks. And this is what I meant by giving you guys a buffer, because stuff like this happens. You're gonna, when you guys start flipping a lot of cars, you guys got 5-7 cars, and they're parked everywhere. They're gonna be parked on the street. They're gonna be parked in different parking spots, in different shopping centers and stuff like that. And people are gonna hit them, and sometimes they don't leave their information. You're gonna have to take care of it. Especially if it's an extra car, you're gonna have to pay for the dent repair. So it happens. It happens. You gotta just eat it and move on. You gotta just, okay, problem, solve it, move on to the next one. It's gonna eat into your profit. It is what it is. You can't win on all of them, especially when it's not even in your control. Obviously, I shouldn't have parked it here. I should have done this. I should have done that. It is what it is. People always park right here in front of the people's shops, and there's no problems because people are pretty smart and they see cars behind them. But obviously, when you got a bad driver, they're gonna hit your car regardless. So it is what it is. You gotta charge it to the game. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just charge it to the game. We're gonna pick ourselves up, and then hopefully they take care of it, and they take care of it quickly. I told them that I need the car done by next week because I do have to get rid of this car. I want to get rid of it. I want to make the content for you guys. I want to post it. I want to get rid of it. I want to give you guys more content on how to sell it, how to negotiate, all that good stuff, so you guys see what is possible when you're flipping cars. So I want to get this thing done ASAP. Hopefully they come through and we can take care of it. But anyways, I want to give you guys an update on that because today was supposed to be the video on how to clean it, how to detail the vehicle, how to wash it properly, how to do everything you need to do to make sure that it's looking the best. And I can't make the video now because they're going to take the car to the body shop and get it repaired. So we'll see what happens. But today's update is that. Let me give you guys another update just because, I got no other content to make today. Well, I do got all kinds of content. We're going to be starting on the Mustang here tomorrow, so that content's coming. I'm gonna start showing you guys what repairs that need to be done or what other things I need to do. But today I want to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm ceramic coating the exhaust on the motorcycle because I painted it, but the paint wasn't very good. It started to fade a little bit, so I was like, nah, it's not gonna last. So I went ahead and I bought an oven and ceramic coating and powder coating components now. So normally I would send out stuff to get powder coated, but it takes too long and it's a lot of money. It's like $400 for a couple pieces, and I'm like, man, I could sandblast this thing in 10 minutes, powder coat it real quick, throw it in the oven, heat it up, and it'll be powder coated just as good as anything else. So anyways, I'm using ceramic coat paint, VHT ceramic paint. And this stuff, it's supposed to be pretty good, and I've seen other guys use it with good luck. So there's 4 steps to this. The first step is you gotta, obviously clean off the material, clean off the component, get it nice and clean, and then you bake it for 250 degrees for 30 minutes. then you let it cool for 30 minutes, and then you go ahead and you bake it again at 400 degrees for 30 minutes, then let it cool for 30, then you bake it again for 600 degrees for 30 minutes and let it cool. So that's a 3-step process on the entire process of ceramic coating something, and since it's exhaust, hopefully this paint lasts a little longer. So I don't want to touch it, but it actually looks like it's gonna last. So this is I just put it into the oven and I'm waiting for it for the 30 minutes, and it's actually looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait another 30 minutes and then put it in the oven. I got 4 more minutes to go. So it's 4 minutes to the timer till I can let it sit. So I've let it sit for 30 minutes now. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for the time to end, throw it back into the oven for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. So we got 400 degrees there. It takes 220, so I had to do all kinds of stuff to make this thing work, but luckily I got it on OfferUp. So I went on OfferUp and I found an oven from a guy that like sells appliances or whatever. He charged me 75 bucks for it, and it's actually pretty good. It works, it's electrical. It's a 220, I believe, plug. So I'm gonna just clean it up after I'm done with it. I wanted to experiment today and like see if this stuff ever even works, because I took the exhaust to get ceramic coated, and the guy was like, "It's gonna take 2 months." I'm like, "What do you mean 2 months?" And he's like, "Yeah, we got a bunch of work to do." I'm like, "For this?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry." I'm like, "What?" And he wanted $600 for this and this exhaust, and then on the other side too. So all this stuff has to come off, and I'm gonna do it, you know. But like the guy wanted 600 bucks for the whole exhaust. I was like, bro, I'm gonna go buy an oven, buy some ceramic paint, do it myself, because there's no way I'm gonna pay $600 and wait 2 months. I'm like, no way, no way. So anyways, that's what primed me to buy the oven and get stuff powder coated and done, man. So we're out here, you know, experimenting. We're trying to figure out how we can do things on the cheap. And I think this is actually gonna work. It's looking good. Before, like the paint would just kind of come off because it wasn't baked. So now I think it's gonna work, because it's like I scratch with my finger and it's not coming off. It's not soft or anything. It's actually pretty hard. So I'm hoping this works, because the exhaust gets super hot and the paint was just burning off. So anyways, I'm excited about that. We're gonna throw it back into the oven in a second, and then, you know, keep going, man. We gotta keep going. So hopefully this works. After I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on the bike, take it for a big spin. I'm gonna take it for a big spin and see how it looks. If it looks good, then I'll do the other side. I don't wanna do the entire exhaust and then put it back on and then I mess something up. So this is like my experimental phase. So I'm trying to make sure that I can do it properly and I don't mess anything up too bad the first try, so that I can, you know, take care of it all together and make sure it's done right the first time, because it's, you know, the bike's already done. I'm waiting for this to make sure it's all set. Once it's all said and done, I'm gonna go ahead and do the driving video. When I do the driving video, I'm gonna, you know, show you guys how to do that, and then, you know, that'll be the last thing I gotta do before I can post it online and get rid of it. So I'm excited. It's looking good. I'm excited about the oven. I've always wanted an oven so I could powder coat stuff. So because I got the sandblast cabinet, you know, and I'm painting stuff, but the paint isn't as durable as powder coat. So once I get the powder coat gun and I get all my powders, then I can really start going to town and powder coating all the small components that, you know, that a motorcycle has or a car has. I'll be able to powder coat all the stuff that I got over here in the shop. I remember I showed you guys, right? I think I showed you. I'm pretty sure I did. So I showed you guys all the chrome stuff. I won't be able to do the big stuff, you know, not a big deal though, but I'll be able to do all the little things, like all this, the small stuff I'll be able to do. Some of this trim is pretty long, so I won't be able to do it. But that stuff I can always take to get powder coated, but it'll be way cheaper than what they were charging me. They were charging me like 300 bucks for all this stuff, and I'm like, man. And it would still take them freaking, it would still take them a long time to get it all done. They were like, yeah, it'll take 3 weeks. And I'm like, 3 weeks, bro? I'm like, okay, if I send it out now, I'll get all the stuff back before when I'm done with the car. I figured that would be the last thing I put on. But man, powder coating takes forever. I'm like, and I'm gonna give them like an extra week, like just in case something messes up. You know what I'm saying? Like if the oven breaks or something, then I'll be like, oh, it'll be another week. And I'm like, okay. So all in all, like a month to do powder coating. No way. Especially if I could do it myself. 75 bucks The gun to powder coat cost me, I think, like $180 from Eastwood. I'll show you guys the whole entire process. I'll make a video on all this good stuff, boys. But the powder and coating gun was like $200, and with all the powders that I need, I only got black or semi-gloss black or matte, whatever it was, and then gunmetal, or not gunmetal, it was cast iron. So I got all the powders that I need, and the oven was 75 bucks. So I'm into it, probably less than 300 bucks, 350, and now I got the ability to powder coat. You know what I'm saying? So I saved myself a lot of money in the long run, because all that stuff would have taken, you know, 400 bucks. Oh, it's time to put the thing back in. So let's go ahead and put the thing back in. Now that I did it, you guys are still here. Let me show you guys this. So I don't have baking gloves, but I got my gloves for welding. So let me set the camera up. Ooh. Let me set the camera up here, guys. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right. Can you guys see that? All right, you guys can see that. But we're gonna throw this bad boy back in here and bake it for another 30 minutes. Oh. There we go. Get in there. Yeah. All right. So we got it. Do the timer. Hold on, guys. Let's go. Let's do the timer. Let's go ahead and do 30 minutes on the timer again. Okay. Timer. Timer, let's go. All right. So we got it in there. I'll put a timer on my phone as well, just in case I can't hear it. But we got it cooking for 400 degrees. So let's go ahead and do the timer on my phone as well. I got that. And one last time, let's make sure we got all the directions properly done. So 250 degrees. All right, guys, 250 degrees for 30 minutes. Then we let it cool for 30. Then you bake for 400 degrees on the oven for 30 minutes. Then you let it cool for 30. Then bake at 600 for 30 minutes. And then that's it. Cool. So we got it. We always want to make sure that we're getting all the directions done, and we got all the directions, and we're following the directions. Don't ever try to do anything like, oh no, I think I want to put more time, because these people that actually design the paint, they know what they're doing. They've tested this stuff. They've done multiple trials. They know what they're doing. Follow directions, especially with stuff like this, because you do not want to have to sandblast it all again and all that dumb stuff. So go ahead and do it properly the first time. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll let you guys know how it goes on the test drive. If it all goes well, then we'll make a video on how to post it online and all that good stuff. But make sure you guys follow the channel, follow my Instagram, my Facebook. Go to the description below and pick up my course on how to flip cars, and leave me a comment. Let me know what else you guys want to talk about. Today was an eventful day, ladies and gentlemen, but we got through it. Every single day we push forward no matter what problem we're faced with. We're problem solvers. We're happy to solve these issues. We're happy to solve these problems. We can handle the stress. There's no stress because we enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.
Yeah, guys. Today I'm talking about this racket. Yeah, see this guy?
Think that again. Just fuck around, move around.
It's toe time. Toe time.
Yep.